Have you ever stopped to think about what it really means to overcome something? Something that feels completely impossible.
Yeah, like not just getting through it, but actually using a huge setback to build something incredible.
Exactly. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a life story that really embodies that. We're exploring the journey of Jeffery Lorenzo Williams. And for this deep dive, we've gathered quite a bit of material, some really insightful interviews, articles, pieces from his book, too.
Mhm.
We want to piece together not just what he did, which is amazing in itself, but try to understand how his mindset, his perspective led him completely redefine possibility, especially after facing such profound adversity.
Absolutely. And our goal here really is to pull out those key bits of wisdom, the surprising moments from his story.
Nuggets.
Yeah, the nuggets. And hopefully you'll find things that connect directly to your own challenges. It's about understanding his approach so you can maybe gain some insights for whatever hurdles you're facing. Big career changes, personal stuff, or even just tackling a goal you thought was out of reach.
Okay, so let's start at the moment everything changed for him. A really pivotal, tragic moment.
Yeah.
June 25th, 1982. He's in the Bronx,
Just 13 years old.
only 13. And a friend is playing with a gun. It goes off accidentally, and Jeffrey is shot. It results in immediate paralysis, collapsed lungs, months in the hospital. It's hard to even imagine.
It really is. And what strikes me about that initial time is just the confusion. I mean, at 13, what does paralysis even mean to you?
Right, you wouldn't even grasp it.
Exactly. And apparently, the doctors, maybe trying to be gentle, didn't immediately tell him or the family the full extent of it.
So he was in the dark for a while.
For about 3 months, yeah. That's when the full weight of it landed. When they told him he had a 1% chance to walk again. Just processing that as a kid. What?
1% chance. Yet even then, something started to shift, right? We see the beginning of this incredible resilience.
Yeah.
His mother played a huge part.
Oh, absolutely crucial. He talks about her tough love, really pushing him towards independence, making him do whatever he possibly could for himself. But it wasn't just tough love.
No.
The community support was just remarkable, especially back then. This was before the Americans with Disabilities Act, remember?
Oh, right. Pre-AD. So no ramps, no accessible buses.
None of that. So you have his friends, teenagers themselves, literally carrying him up the steps at school,
Yep.
bringing him lunch if it rained so he wouldn't have to navigate outside. That's commitment.
That's incredible loyalty.
And then there were teachers, like one named Miss Walsh, who actually brought his schoolwork to the hospital. Because of her, he graduated junior high on time with his class.
Wow. So that combination, the fierce independence instilled by his mom, but also knowing he had this net of friends and teachers, that must have been foundational.
I think it absolutely was. That early support mixed with that tough love, it started building his resilience before he probably even labeled it as such.
Right.
It taught him, maybe subconsciously at first, that, okay, this is devastating, but I'm not alone and things can be overcome. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How do those first hits of adversity and how we're helped through them shape our whole outlook?
Yeah, how it sets the stage.
For Jeffrey, it seems like it became the bedrock for everything else.
And that bedrock definitely supported a career path that was anything but predictable.
Yeah.
After high school, Cardinal Hayes, he started studying criminal law at John Jay College. But then he had second thoughts. Ethical concerns, apparently, about potentially defending guilty clients.
Interesting. Pivot.
Yeah. So he shifts gears, goes into corporate law, gets a paralegal certificate from Adelphi, and lands a job as a legal finance administrator for Colgate-Palmolive.
It
I mean, that alone is a solid career.
is. Shows adaptability, sticking to his principles. But he didn't stop there, did he? The next move was unexpected.
Right. Real estate. A friend, Kim Parker, apparently saw his outgoing nature and just said, you should do this. So he gets his license, becomes the main agent for a whole building in the Bronx, 675 Walton Avenue.
And that must have led to some interesting reactions.
Oh, definitely. He talks about clients being genuinely surprised, like really surprised to see their broker arrive in a wheelchair.
I can imagine.
But he didn't see it as awkward or negative. He called them happy moments, opportunities to break the stereotype, as he put it, just by being good at his job.
Which really shows how limitations can spark incredible ingenuity, right? Especially in a tough field like real estate. You need to be resourceful.
Totally. And he was. Get
Yeah.
this. For showings in private houses, places with stairs, he'd have his son literally carry him up.
No way.
Yeah. Or if a place was just completely inaccessible, he'd send his mentee, Mike Marcus inside to do the showing, while Jeffrey directed him from downstairs or outside.
That's incredible problem solving, adapting on the fly.
And the dedication? Showing up for appointments in blizzards.
Yeah.
Just to prove he was serious, that nothing would stop him. He always found a how.
He really did, always asking, how can I do this?
And speaking of navigating obstacles, especially in the city, here's a little practical detail that just amazed me.
Oh, yeah.
He has a free, on-the-street parking disability permit for New York City. Lets him park almost anywhere. No meter feeding, except obviously for, bus stops, fire hydrants.
Wait, seriously? Free parking basically anywhere in NYC?
Pretty much. Think how huge that is for his work, getting around the city for showings. It's like a superpower in New York.
That's not just a nugget, that's gold. A total game changer for mobility there.
Wow. Okay, so he's breaking barriers professionally, but his personal life, that went even further, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like conquering the professional world wasn't quite enough. He takes limitless to a whole new level.
How so? What kind of things are we talking about?
Well, despite the paralysis, he actively flies airplanes.
Flies. Airplanes.
Yes. That's actually where his book title comes from. My Feet Are Off the Ground.
Okay, that makes sense now. Incredible. What else?
He water skis using adaptive gear. He rock climbs. He rides this cool custom 3-wheel motorcycle, a Polaris slingshot.
A slingshot. Those look fun, but definitely adventurous.
Right. And he did jet skis. It's a list that, honestly, would intimidate a lot of fully able-bodied people.
No kidding. It's adrenaline-fueled stuff. And then, at age 45, this really moving moment, he got to use a robotic exoskeleton that's called Rewalk. Allows people with paralysis to stand and take steps.
Wow, that technology is amazing.
And his son was there to see him take those steps. Imagine that.
Oh, that's powerful. Connecting all this, these aren't just hobbies, are they?
Doesn't seem like it.
No, it feels like they're very deliberate statements, acts that directly challenge how society sees disability. His motto says it all. If you tell him he can't, he will show you he can.
Right.
It's less about proving it to himself, maybe, and more about showing everyone else how able I am, even with the disabled label.
Yeah.
He's actively dismantling stereotypes.
And he carries that mission into his business, too. He started a shoe and fashion brand, J. Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, right?
And the logo, he made sure a wheelchair was part of it. Very intentionally. It's part of his identity, part of the brand's message.
That's bold. And the sneakers themselves. There's more to them, isn't there?
Yeah, this is really cool. Inside the sneakers, there are motivational quotes printed.
Oh, nice. Like what?
Yeah. One is, if you ever think about giving up, remember why you started. Things like that.
So it's not just fashion. It's like a daily pep talk built into your shoes.
Exactly. Turning something ordinary into this little anchor for a positive mindset. It really underlines his whole philosophy.
That really emphasizes his belief in mindset, doesn't it? Makes you think, what little reminders could you build into your own day?
Good question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift to his book. My Feet Are Off the Ground. A Journey from Tragedy to Triumph. Came out in 2021.
During COVID, right?
Yeah, and apparently he used the lockdown, that period of forced stillness, as his time to write. Kind of like how he used his time confined in the hospital years ago, turning restriction into creation.
That's a recurring theme, isn't it? Finding opportunity in confinement. And it's available in Spanish, too.
It is, yeah. Reaching a wider audience.
Now, one part of the book that really stands out, something he talks about often, is forgiveness.
The chapter about the friend who shot him.
Exactly. It's profound. He didn't just forgive him himself. His entire family forgave him.
The whole family.
To the point where this friend now shares Thanksgiving dinner with them every year.
That's almost unbelievable. The capacity for that kind of grace.
Jeffrey's point is that forgiveness like that, it frees up 2 lives. His own life from bitterness and the life of the person who caused the injury.
Wow. It really challenges you, doesn't it? In a world where holding on to anger is so easy, so common, what can we actually learn about healing from that?
It suggests forgiveness is maybe less about the other person and more about your own liberation, Letting go allows you to move forward, to not be defined by the hurt. It's a powerful choice for peace.
Definitely a choice. And the book gets personal in other ways too, right? He talks about fatherhood.
Yes, very openly. He had his son naturally at age 30, calls him a miracle. And there's a specific chapter on intimacy and sexuality with a disability.
That's a topic you don't often hear discussed so frankly.
Exactly. He felt it was ignored, especially for men with spinal cord injuries, and wanted to address it head on, but he was also thoughtful about his audience. He actually released 2 versions of the book, an adult version, including that chapter, and a child-friendly version without it. recognizing different needs.
That's really considerate. It shows he's not just sharing his story, he's thinking about the impact.
Right. He uses his vulnerability not just to heal himself, but to really open doors for others.
Yeah.
To show possibilities in areas that are often shrouded in silence or seen as taboo for people with disabilities. It's incredibly generous.
So, stepping back, looking at the whole picture, his work isn't just personal triumph, it's advocacy.
Oh, big time. He's a passionate advocate for diversity, for inclusion, for the rights and dignity of people with disabilities all over the world. He has this powerful quote about his legacy.
What does it say?
He wants to be measured not by money, but by how many lives I have changed.
That says it all.
And his personal motto drives it. I'm never saying I can't do something. I always say, how can I do it? Always focusing on the can, not the can't.
That mindset shift.
And he has this perspective learned from a little kid in the hospital way back when. When you think you have it bad, somebody else has it worse. It fuels his belief that having a disability is your superpower.
A superpower. How does he mean?
He believes our greatest power is mental, that overcoming physical challenges builds an inner strength, a perspective that is incredibly powerful.
And he puts that belief into action everywhere. He does prison outreach, right?
Shares his story there. He started a nursing scholarship, the J. Lorenzo Helen Fould College of Nursing Scholarship, funded by book sales.
That's amazing, giving back directly.
Yeah, and he's a keynote speaker, schools, companies. He even works with the NYPD on gun awareness, using his own tragedy to hopefully prevent others.
Using his own pain for prevention.
And he genuinely puts himself out there. He's basically said, if you need guidance, reach out.
That's an incredible accessibility.
It all circles back to this core idea. The limits we put on ourselves are often way tighter than any physical ones. His whole life is about shattering those self-imposed limits and smashing stereotypes. He wants to show the able within disabled.
He doesn't just talk the talk.
He absolutely walks the walk. Or rolls the roll, flies the plane. You know what I mean? He lives it.
Yeah. From real estate success to literally flying, launching brands, writing books, and being this global voice for inclusion, Jeffery Lorenzo Williams really does live a limitless life. This deep dive, it's more than just his story. It's packed with real wisdom.
Absolutely. So as we kind of wrap this up, think about his words. Don't count the days. Make the days count.
Powerful.
If someone facing what he faced can build this kind of life, a life without excuses, dedicated to lifting others, it makes you ask, right? What's that small, everyday impossible in your life that you could choose to redefine?
Yeah, what limits are we accepting?
Exactly. What challenges are holding you back? And maybe, just maybe, you can start asking yourself Jeffrey's question, how can I do it?
We really hope digging into Jeffrey's story leaves you feeling more than just informed. We hope you feel genuinely inspired to take some of these ideas, these nuggets, and apply them to your own path, starting right now.